back to part 2 of the drum grooves from Don't Stop Believing by Journey. So, if we recap from part 1, we looked at the open groove, or groove in the open position. Okay? So, as a bit of a quick recap of that, we've got our normal groove in our closed position here, body's closed off to the drum kit. Open position here, body is open to the drum kit. Okay? Now there's a reason that this groove is played in an open position, and that's because the right hand plays a melody on the drum kit, or we can think of as a melody. And the drum set is a non-melodic instrument, but we can think of as a melody. And if we're in a closed position, it makes it really super difficult to be able to do that. So let's look at the first part of, or the first groove that appears in what I would call the chorus. Yeah, I suppose you could call it the chorus of the track. Now this groove is written in what we call a 2-bar phrase. So we've got a two bar repeating pattern. All right. So let's look at the first bar of that repeating pattern. Now we know from part 1, from the open groove, that our 8th notes are just driving through that pattern the whole time, and our kick is playing 4 on the floor, driving through the whole time. Okay, so let's have a think then about what the right hand is doing. Left hand drummers, reverse the sticking. So the right hand in the first bar of our repeating pattern plays a backbeat on the snare drum on beat 2. Then for beat 4, we play the mid-tom. Now I've got a 2 up, 1 down setup here. If you've only got a 1 up, 1 down setup, then you can play that on the on your high tom. Or if you've got a 1 up and 2 down setup, you could play that on the smaller of your floor toms. I'll leave that up to you, but the melodies, the melody is important. Okay, so again, that first bar, backbeat on the snare drum on beat 1 or beat 2. Mid-tom on beat 4. Okay, so if we put that with our 8th notes and our kick drum, we'll get this. I'll do it nice and steady for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, that's the first bar of our 2-bar repeating pattern. The second bar, again, our backbeat is on 2 on the snare drum. Okay. The second half of the bar is where it changes. We get the and of 3 played on the high tom, and the and of 4 is played on the floor tom. All right. So just the second bar on its own, nice and steady. We'll get this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 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 3 and 4 and. We put those 2 bars together, so we get our complete repeating pattern, we're going to get this. Again, nice and steady for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. You can see why in part 1 I stressed the importance of being comfortable playing this groove in an open position, and why it's super important in order to be able to have that control that you need over your non-dominant hand, which is where the 8 on a hand exercise will help you massively. All right, so the goal tempo for this, which is the tempo of the track, is 125. That 2-bar repeating pattern plays 7 times, so you're going to get 14 bars. So 7 bars of that repeating pattern before it goes into the intro groove for the second verse, and that and we see a tiny little bit of a step up in what's going on in the melody. All right, we'll look at that in part 3. There's part 2. Have fun with it, and I'll catch you in part 3. Thanks for watching.